Racing down the main straight now for the start of the Sportsman event. Over 10 laps at Eastern Creek and Bill Cannell. These cars quite fast.
Very fast. As a matter of fact, faster than anybody could anticipate on a speedway such as this size. As they shuffle off and do that first left-hander, we've got a battle for the lead up front.
And the leader at the moment is car 38, Wayne Smith. Wayne, of course, is the defending champion in the Sportsman class from last year at the Calder Thunderdome.
He certainly got the knack of the rolling start. He really had a good jump. As soon as the pace car pulled over, he was away well, but the fielder running up to him now. And trouble again at that flip-flop. Gee, that's going to be a problem all day. Yep.
Oh, yes. You might say car 17, Jeff Duncan, is well and truly off.
And 4 other cars had to go off and around him into the grassy area to get back onto the course safely, but no massive melee. Very close call there.
Commodore on, or Falcon rather, on Commodore here as car 38 Wayne Smith struggles to hold out. Car 19 Eddie Abelinka. They're racing for first and second position. Daylight in third position. Well, not quite, but almost.
Abelinka right in on the bumper of the leader. And a little bit of daylight was showing between second and third, but that daylight will increase a little more as they come down the long straightaway, John.
Yeah, Wayne Smith now gets it a little bit sideways coming onto the main straight. That's unusual for Smith, who has seemed to be in practice a very smooth driver.
It certainly indicates, though, that his power's pretty good, because he didn't come on the straight all that quickly, but he's pulled that little bit of a gap down the straight again.
Yeah, he did lose a little bit to Abelinka coming onto the chute, but as you say, Alan, he's pulled away. John Jones is in third place. Paul Kell in another Commodore is in fourth.
That little melee at the beginning has certainly given us 2 races. We've got the 3 cars in front. Well, he's all sideways there in the Falcon, but that will come in and out like an elastic band. But also there's that second group that were all detained, and they're having quite a good fight back in the field. Yeah,
noticing also John Jones in third place, tending to lock up brakes quite a bit, even in these early stages.
What do you attribute most of the problem being, Alan, to that little chicane up there where we've had the trouble throughout the day and more this afternoon as we progress?
Well, I think it's just too tight, Bill. Oh, that's more than a lock-up. That's an engine problem.
Matthew White in the VK Commodore. And laying a fair bit of oil all over the racing line as he makes his way back to the pits.
Yeah, I hope it's not going onto the track. It may be just oil leaking onto the exhaust.
Wayne Smith not having any difficulty in the power plant, though, John, at this moment.
Not at all. He just pulled right away again down the straight.
1.3 seconds is the gap now from Wayne Smith back to Eddie Abelinka. Another 5.9 back to John Jones. Then Craig Kavanagh, and the second of the Falcons is 10 seconds in a rear in fourth position from Graham O'Brien in another Falcon, 17.93 seconds back from the leader.
Now that's the 7 car. It's smoking most of the race. The 9 car is off the course. That would be the O'Brien car. And there's the donut. O'Brien cut one of those donuts in earlier action, and he's cutting one again in this event. But O'Brien is shown back in the 6th spot, John. Back to the start-finish line. White flag is out, guys. 1 to go in this Sportsman race. And looks like Mr. Wayne Smith is on his way to victory unless Abelinka can pick him off through the infield course here at Eastern Creek this time by. John Jones maintains third, and they pretty well kind of separate themselves at quite a distance. You can see that there's 12.412 seconds between first and third, John.
And if you wonder how Big Bill is capable of being so accurate, it's because of the sensational lap scoring system that we're using here at Eastern Creek today. Which really does do the trick and makes our commentary to you so much more meaningful, because we can actually tell you what's going on. That's the stats scoring system.
Outstanding device, too. I'll tell you what, in America, a lot of people would like to have something like this. There's no doubt about it. Wayne Smith is our leader. Abelinka rides second on the final tour of the Sportsman race. The white flag being displayed to the final car in the field coming down to the start-finish line. Look for the checkered flag and your leaders to come off that hill very shortly.
So only 1 corner now remaining for Wayne Smith to wrap up the Sportsman's race at Eastern Creek. Abelinka has dropped back off his tail, so he's a fair way back now, and he won't make up the deficit as he comes down the main straight. So it'll be Wayne Smith, the defending Sportsman champion from Calder Thunderdome, who takes the win, and he does so by 1.39 seconds from Eddie Abelinka, with John Jones a fair distance back in third position.